In this lesson, we're going to talk about the relationship between degrees and radians and look at how and where they appear on the unit circle. Now, we've already talked about how to convert from degrees to radians, but now we want to look at where they are on the unit circle and how we can see it much more clear. So here's our unit circle, and we have this point is the point 1, 0, 1 on the x-axis, 0 on the y-axis, and this would be 0 on the x-axis, 1 on the y-axis, and so forth and so on. So we have a unit circle that has a radius of 1. Although we know how to convert degrees to radians, we want to take a look at the circle, and in particular, we're going to start with an angle of 45 degrees. So if I did the math and used my conversion factor of multiplying by pi over 180, I will get that 45 degrees is equal to pi over 4. So that would be right about here, pi over 4. Well, if I counted by increments of 45 degrees, I would get 45, 90, 135, 180, 225, 270, 315, and 360 degrees. So basically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 partitions of the unit circle will allow me to work my way around this circle. So let's take a look at that. So I have 45, which is pi over 4. I can put 90 degrees up here. And then moving around, my next one is 135 degrees. And 180. 225 degrees. 270 degrees, 315 degrees, and we conclude with 360 degrees. Okay, so let's take a look at this copy. And we know that 45 degrees is pi over 4. Well, I'm going to count, since pi over 4 is 1/4 of pi, I'm going to count by fourths. So that would be 1/4 pi. This would be 2/4 pi. And this would be 3/4 pi, or 3 pi over 4. This would be 4/4 pi. This would be 5/4. This would be 6/4. This one would be 7/4. And of course, back to here, we have 8/4 pi. If I reduce these, this is equal to 2 pi. This is already reduced to pi over 4. This is equal to pi over 2. 3 pi over 4 is reduced, and of course 4 pi over 4 reduces to pi. 5 pi over 4 is already reduced. 6 pi over 4 reduces to 3 pi over 2. 7 pi over 4 and 8 pi over 4 reduces to 2 pi. We've now seen how, since we're counting by fourths and each fourth is 45 degrees, which is 1/4 of 180, we can count around the circle until we get all the way to 2 pi. So we have we start again with 1/4, 2/4 or pi over 2, 3/4, 4/4 or pi, 5/4, 6/4 or 3 pi over 2, 7 pi over 4, and 8 pi over 4 or 2 pi. Now that we have taken a look at the 45-degree angle going around the unit circle, let's take a look at what happens to 30-degree angle as we move around the unit circle. Converting 30 degrees into radians, we get pi over 6 radians. So now we're going to look at moving around the circle in sixths. And 1/6 pi is pi over 6. And another 30 degrees gives us 2 pi over 6, or 2/6 pi, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 6 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6, 9 pi over 6, which can also be written as 9/6 pi, 10/6 pi, 11/6 pi, and 12/6 pi. As we go around and look at reducing, we get 12 pi over 6 is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi over 6 is pi over 3. 3 pi over 6 is pi over 2. 4 pi over 6 is 2 pi over 3. Going down to dividing out 6's, we get 6 pi over 6 is equal to pi over 240 degrees, reducing by 2 over 2. We get 4 pi over 3. 270 degrees, 9 pi over 6 reduces to 3 pi over 2. 300 degrees, or 10 pi over 6, reduces to 5 pi over 3. We have now reduced and worked our way completely around the unit circle in increments of 30 degrees, or increments of 1/6 pi. Completing at 2 pi.
But there's no equivalence. It's not there's nothing like equivalence.
Some of them operate in that
They will. There will be people still. So then I can answer now knowing that you know. I'll explain why they're not really. There's no such thing as equivalency, and there's no reason to have it. Let me see who she is, where she is from. She is HRTC. Yeah, that's your lightweight.
No, that's correct.
Therefore,
It changes every 2 years.
it doesn't. And it was small.
I did it according to the sheet because it's so confusing.
I said, well, when we transfer into choice, we have to do that again because we're all starting in this new system. She said, no. You would be illustrated.
It's holding out.
Well,
So when
from
I
whenever you
leave-
started.
So when I leave, I'll give the 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Beyond the-
I
So I
was,
quit.
maybe you're supposed to forget about it by
No,
now.
no.
But you won't have to skip payday in January. That was a concern that many people had, because we didn't know.
Which one are you going to?
Marriott Conference, and then the password will be ballroom 9. Once it asks you for it, you have to log, you know, in the browser.
So there's no sort of neutral past time there to do that. Just where I did my thing. I was at the office today, wasn't it? Bridgeport.
policy 25-20.2 is going before the board this month.
So the transition course is for the.
Are defined by content standards. I mean, that's how we define. Okay. All right. Training for West Virginia teachers will be provided. SREB is going to provide the trainers. You might start out with that. SREB will provide.
Collaboration.
Right.
Collaboration.
We're providing, they're providing the menu and